Well, you guys stump me because when you stop the thing loading, it usually means something. It does. I mean, it does. But you stopped it in a way where it's look. This isn't something I know. I really know about to begin with. I just seemed like that was our. There was something that seemed like it was intended to comment on, and I got the good numbers. Maybe like you perceive like that. I would say that. I don't know. We don't even know what way you see these. Is or what you're saying, like But I mean, is there a short? Is it like there's a short? Is it the video? Is it because it's long? Because I got bad, the numbers on that indicated that's not really the, you know, you know. It's hard to say. I'm not there to say something I said again that was like, sort of like the gun control, something called gun control is an issue that's, or politically, using, the gun issue and the politics of it, like what was on the media today because there was a shooting, and there are parts of our, political class that are, the gun control people, but they're. I gave it. The big example I gave was someone who I think that if you want to understand the whole like type of person that's this like that's the wrong person to be, they're everyone's. People are worried. I mean, all people in places where it's an issue are worried about gun control. They are. I mean, it's not that. But who is it that, like, when there's a shooting and everything, like there's some part of the political class that begins to weigh in, and that like actually and it's always the example I gave was Michael Bloomberg, who was the mayor of New York, which like who when he appeared on Time magazine, like to on his he was gonna suddenly he's a crusader for the gun control issue. I said that's nice, and in New York it's not a there is it's not the gun issue isn't something that the mayor of New York would. I mean, it's the city for in the city the gun issue doesn't have much. He hasn't thought a lot about it or anything. It's not something he worries about. How traffic's flowing and things. I mean, it's not. But in New York, I mean, it's a very safe, expensive city where there are there's no firing ranges and hunters, and then there's criminals. Is this no? It's a place that's very expensive to live and very crowded, and it's absolutely not a place where like any of the certainly the mayor is not like gun control as an issue doesn't, or guns in general is not on his mind a lot or anything. So what happened when he was he just appeared on Time magazine after there was a shooting, and he was making speeches all over New York about gun control and everything. And I said, well, because it's he's they're like a lot of politicians. It's their he made $1 billion, and then he just what's next? Politics. So he ran for mayor. Now he's the mayor, and it's the type of person, right? Like when there's something a big when there's a shooting, they start getting the ball rolling on they call their publicists to get them on the cover of Time magazine. They start making speeches about something. There's no New York's not a place. The New York City is not a place where the mayor has thought much about the issue or gives much concern to all. By the way, it is a complicated issue in a lot of places. One of which is not New York City. But certainly he doesn't thought much about it. You talk to people who have thought a lot about it because guns are a big issue. Like, it's fascinating. There was a scholar. He wrote this fascinating. The gun laws themselves may be unconstitutional. It's basically it's academic, but I mean, it's fascinating to read the sort of the thought on that. The legal thought on it. I mean, but I mean, and that kind of thing. But New York City, why? I mean, why would the mayor of New York? He doesn't think about it a lot, and the answer is right. I mean, same reason he ran for mayor. It's narcissistic. I mean, then when there's a shooting, it's they add themselves to the, or they even speak, they even weigh in on it at all, because the rich, old millionaire Jewish ladies in his, at the social parties he goes to, and things like, oh, you're taking up the gun issue. I worry so much about, crime. I mean, it's for no reason other than it's narcissistic. That's who these people are. But they add themselves into this, gun debate when they don't even, when they don't know anything about it, and it's not an issue where they are. It's just narcissistic. That's what it is. They get, it triggers something they could, talk about, but it's where they live. There's no, it's, not, it's simply not an issue where they live, was what I said. She didn't load. But I only was loading it because the numbers indicated like I got something right. I don't know much about this. But, I don't know what to do.